just keeps going for miles. We're gonna get there. In the face of the wind and the wild, we're gonna get there. Love makes the journey a beautiful race. We're closer to home with each step that we take.
A little bit of pain at the moment with my foot.
We're gonna get there.
Sometimes life throws us curveballs, but it's how we react to these setbacks that are most important. So in this day in the life, I want to talk about some ways that I have been able to overcome constant setbacks that have kind of come with this injury. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah Martin and I'm a professional ballet dancer working in Japan with my company at the moment, and this is a day in my life. So the day started out, I had some breakfast at the hotel and then headed straight to the Tokyo Ballet, which was actually where we were taking ballet class today. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take part in normal company class because I had a bit of a flare-up with my ankle that week, which was very disappointing, but it did mean I could still take part in coaching. It's all about doing what you can and not focusing on what you can't.
So yesterday once again we did the show and I didn't vlog anything. Yeah, my ankle's taken had a little bit of a flare up and I'm really struggling to kind of accept that that's happening. We're not at the theatre today, we're on a rehearsal day for Cinderella, but I'm not in Cinderella because I missed that tour. So I'm just going for class, but I can't take company class at the moment because my foot's too sore for it. I'm going to go and do coaching for an hour, but we're at the Tokyo Ballet today, which is going to be very exciting. See the Tokyo Ballet and I'll take you guys along with me. So yeah, heading over to Tokyo Ballet now.
I think what can be really difficult in these situations when you've worked really hard and you have a flare up is to feel like you have to stop everything, to completely give up and wait until it feels better. And so in some injuries this is certainly the case and certainly what you should do, but in my case certainly trying to keep it moving was the best thing I could possibly do, not just for my physical health but also for my mental health. And obviously this was condoned by the physios I was working with as well, so obviously listen to your healthcare provider when you're dealing with these sort of things. But for me, keeping going and knowing that every day I'm showing up and doing exactly what I could on that day, giving it my all, I honestly come to the end of this and there's no regrets. I also thought it was funny because you had to take your shoes off before you came in the studio, so I just included that clip. After doing my coaching session, which was only about half an hour to 40 minutes, I headed off and had some acai bowls with some friends. We got an Uber back to the hotel actually because it was super hilly, and walking in a 40-degree heat is like nothing else. 100% humidity. So this is an Uber in Japan. Uber in Japan.
Wow.
It's like a limousine. So we did some class. We got an acai bowl, of course, because what other things do you do in Japan? And now we're heading back to the hotel to take care of our bodies. Might go exploring a bit later. I need to go to the gym and do a few of my exercises before heading out, maybe for some shopping. Another really important thing when dealing with setbacks is to make sure you continue to fuel your body really, really well, giving it all the nutrients it needs to heal.
That is so good. Wow. Kula Poki, I miss you. 10 out of 10.
After this amazing acai bowl and fueling my body for all the recovery that it needed, I headed off to the Shakot store, which is only in Japan. Maybe it's in other places too, but we definitely don't have it in the UK, I don't think. You can message me down below if we do. And it was point shoe heaven on the ground floor. It was everything you could think of. They even had second skin, which I thought was really cool. And I also like the fact they had these little fitting stations with little bars and all of that. It was a ballet dancer's dream store. And I just decided, you know what, I am such a bunhead and I'm just going to embrace it. I think there's been quite a lot of this journey that I've kind of wanted to not watch ballet, not really think about ballet because it brought too much pain and disappointment with it. But I was finally ready to re-embrace who I was as a ballet dancer. I'm not fully back yet, but that ballet personality within me is something that's never going to be lost. I love trying on leotards and seeing which designs suit me the best. And here's a little haul of leotards that I tried on. I didn't end up getting any, and this is where I mark them all out of 10, depending on how much I like them for my particular style. This is not, the leotards were all beautiful. The prices maybe not so much, but whenever you find like nice leotards, they're generally a little bit more on the pricey side. But they were very pretty. I didn't buy any this time around. I did use my self-control. I headed into Zara because I wanted to get a couple of nice clothes, because here in Japan the clothes are a little bit cheaper because of the conversion rate. I did buy a couple of tops from Zara, but I didn't actually film them, so you'll probably see them later on in the vlog somewhere. I also then headed to Don Quixote, which is a mega store in Japan. They have them everywhere and they have everything under the sun. I actually found it extremely overwhelming. There is crazy music going on. I actually prefer stores that are a bit more specific to a certain thing, because at least you can go in and know what you want and be very intentional. But if you are not intentional in the store, you are going to come out with a load of stuff that you didn't know you needed and you probably don't need. So going into Don Q, just be ready to be bombarded with all the music, all the things that it has everything. So if you're looking for something in Japan, go to Don Q. This is my little haul I came away with on this particular day. I got some socks for my mum, because me and my mum always swap socks wherever we go. We kind of get each other a pair of socks. Like whenever I have a debut, she gets a sock in the theme of whatever variation I'm going to be doing. So when I did Merliton's the first time, she got like little candy cane socks, which was really cute. Once I got back to the hotel, it was time to do my extra exercises. I did 20 minutes on the bike and I did some PBT and some of my full body strength program, which you guys can check out. Link is in the description, before starting my session with the amazing Frances Collier, who is an injury mentor who's guided me through this time. She's really helped me approach setbacks in a much more constructive way, because I feel like when we do approach setbacks, you can feel very self-destructive in it. That's a normal emotion, and it's something that we all have to deal with, whether it's in ballet or in injury or just in life. And so learning how to, you can see here my knee can hardly bend. This has been my problem, is that my ankle is so stiff it can hardly bend. Also, there was no aircon in this gym, which was just crazy. So I was sweating like crazy, and these exercises were not easy, but I was here for it. Thank you, Frances, for challenging me every day. But learning how to deal with setbacks is an essential skill for life. So actually seeing setbacks as a way of conditioning yourself, like, you know, when you want to get a muscle stronger, it's about conditioning it. It's about pushing it a little bit beyond what it can quite do at that moment, and then it grows back stronger. So when we have setbacks in life, it's like pushing us just that little bit further so that we come back stronger. Obviously, we don't want to push too far that we tear or break something, but we've got to push enough to help us to grow. So I'm hoping that through this time of setbacks, I've been able to figure out how to grow just that little bit more as a dancer and as a person. Here I did some improvisation, which was very funny to do in a public gym, but you know what? I, as a dancer, just need to dance, and at the moment this is the capacity I can do it in, and I'm just very grateful for Frances for giving me the confidence and the space to do this, even in the middle of a hotel in Japan. So do enjoy the rest of this improv. I had the most amazing acai bowl today. So this ramen place was actually my favorite place I ate in Japan my whole time when I was there. It was so cheap, but also just so beautifully delicious and the portion sizes were huge. So I was very, very grateful after my long day to have these amazing gyoza dumplings and this ramen. I actually got the vegetable ramen the next day, and that was better than this one. I didn't like the meat so much. There seems to be a lot of pork and fish, which I don't really like either of in Japan. But me and Ariana had the best time trying these dumplings.
You make me squishy inside.
So the ramen and the gyoza came to £6.35. How crazy is that? And it was really good. I think that was maybe our best meal we've had here. I need to get some sleep before Disney tomorrow. Maybe, we'll see. I don't know if I'll go yet. These are the vending machines.
So guys, that was the end of my day. I spent the last half an hour of my day, it must have been about 10 or 11 at this point, just speaking to my mum on the phone because of the time difference. It made it really difficult for us to communicate. And my roommate was actually asleep, so I wanted to make sure I respected her rest because obviously we're in an intense schedule at the moment. That is the day in my life. I went to bed pretty much straight after this. But if you want to join me for my next adventure, the next day I actually fulfilled a lifelong dream of going to Disneyland. So it was a ballet day off in the life. But if you do want to watch this will be coming this Tuesday. I will link it down in the description below. You don't want to miss the next chapter on this crazy, amazing journey. This made these setbacks feel so worth it. If I hadn't kept fighting, if I hadn't kept believing, this dream would have never been possible. If I can give you any encouragement at the end of this video, keep pushing through. Remember, you're growing stronger. You're building those metaphorical muscles to keep achieving all the things you want in life. So don't give up. You've got this. Make sure to comment this emoji if you made it all the way to the end, and I will see you in my next video. Make sure not to miss it. Click the subscribe button and I'll see you there. Remember, dream big and make it happen.